Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over one of my favorite parts of the car. That's the big wing. Alright, so now that we got a few AJ Hartman wings in stock and uprights in stock, let's take a look at the kit and what's included. Alright, so these are the wing uprights. So it's a two-piece. This is the base part and this is the actual gooseneck, swan neck, top mount, whatever you want to call it, whatever flavor of the week. So these two just mount to where the OEM trunk hinges mount, and we'll show that in a second. And yeah, so you're going to get obviously two uprights, two bases, and then some hardware, and then you're going to get a wing. So let's unbox a wing and see what's included from AJ's side.
Are these different widths?
Yeah.
Yeah, the back's wider and they're rotational, so.
Even the wheels?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, to all of
And I think the tires go.
Poopy butt.
Yeah, they go poopy butt. They only go on one side, don't they?
All right, so with the AJ kit, you get obviously the hardware end plates, and then you get his Apex 8 wing. Technically, if you wanted to, we could do a custom Fulcrum 14 from him as well, but this wing at this location allows you to meet the 5-inch requirement for street mods. So yes, the wing hangs off a bunch, and if you technically measure to the bumper, it's 6 inches, but the OEM diffuser sticks out about an inch, so that's how you can get around that rule. And then obviously, yeah, with this wing, this allows you to keep it the most rearward possible in the cleanest air. There's a lot of studies, even from AJ, to say that like it does not need to be higher than the roof to get adequate airflow, but rearward obviously has its limitations, so we kind of picked a sweet spot for the rules in terms of how far rearward you can go. So now let's show you on the trunk side what needs to happen. For my trunk personally, I have a carbon fiber trunk, and that's kind of what led to this design, is if you can't mount a wing to a carbon fiber trunk, with this much downforce, it would just collapse the trunk. So you do have to cut out notches. This is about 3/4 of an inch by 7 inches. And this allows the wing upright to come through here while being maintained chassis mounted, like actually chassis mounted. I keep the stock rear latch, and then we've added push pins to the front here. So let's take a look at how all this works together. So basically what we've made is these just stanchion blocks, and this will allow you to mount this to the trunk. I have weld nuts because, well, this was pre-kit and I just made anything work. For customers, this bolt-on solution is much easier to do, and this gives you a better height adjustment of your push pins. It also allows you to mount your push pins however you want. From a aesthetic point, if you want them out here, you can mount them out here. If you want two really close to the center, you can mount two really close to the center. This allows you to mount them however you want. So you would just drill a hole through. We'll sell a bolt that goes in. It will thread into the base plate of this, and then you'll have your location. And then this will be the Z height adjustment of your push pins depending on your trunk. So we're gonna skip that for my car, obviously, because I have this old school solution, but let's look at the side plates now. All right, so once you'd have your trunk latches removed, your trunk mechanisms, I don't really know what I'm saying, but You'll have access to the 2 mounting bolts for that, and then you'll see that this is where the bracket does touch off on the body. You're probably like, what the hell is that? Why would you do that? But actually, using this 3rd point really allows a lot of reduction and deflection this way. So a lot of big wings that you'll see people mount, like no matter how chassis supported they are, they'll always move a little bit like this. And you could go to this track and bump anyone's wing and you'll really notice that. But because I can use this 3rd touch off point on the body, which is just a slight interference, yes, it removes the wrap, but you can just see that it's just barely touching the actual chassis. And with a trunk on, this is like never in a spot that you could see visually. So might be a little bit of a turn off, but it's actually for functional reasons. So let's get a base plate and bolt it up. So actually I lied. Before we do that, we're gonna mount just a base plate to the end. So obviously everything is directional, but we're just going to grab these 2 pieces, use the M6 Allen heads. Oh, Mitch, what are we gonna do with you? We are gonna sleep together next weekend. Yeah, we're gonna. Mitch is here doing his Mid-Ohio prep. My goal for Mid-Ohio is to not end up in China Beach again.
Oh yeah, I don't want to die either. I've never been there, but my goal is just to do like 100 laps on iRacing.
Oh, we should have an iRacing party here the night before and do a bunch of laps.
Honestly, what are you doing over here? If I was looking for the tools.
All right, so the hard part's done. Now you just get to mount your end plates. I don't know if intentionally, but these are nice, like on my wing. Where's my wing? I have Mike's old APR ends. APR? ARP? APR. I can't remember which name they are. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can use most universal end plates. We are going to be making some. Actually, let me go find those. Snap back real quick. All right, so this is actually the mold for our end plate, but wham bam. Not actually going to be using this one right now because, well, it's obviously just a mold. But yeah, end plates, pretty sweet. We'll see how these work. For now, let's just pop on AJ's really quick. Another thing that we did was to take the trunk on and off. We literally just undid the trunk pins and put in this 12-way Deutsch connector. And now I can run away with the trunk. But when it's on, it's just a quick connect and then it's done. So look at this. And yeah, now let's just drop the trunk on. It's as easy as that. Easy money, boom. All right, and once you've done this, you're officially a part of the Big Wang Gang. So beautiful. This is definitely the best 1 Series wing you could possibly have. Mitch is jealous. If he still had his 1 Series, he would have one of these.
Yeah, you want me to put one on?
It'd probably help you sell the shell. Any biters on that shell yet, or no?
Slightly.
Slightly,
Everyone
just.
thinks it's a rolling shell because I've posted multiple pictures of like before the crash and after the crash.
Yeah.
And I have a shell photo. And people still ask me for a rolling shell.
That'll do it.
Yeah, no body shop, so.
No body shop. Clean title.
Body shops wanted it like 6 months ago. I wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready. No. All right, let's get Mitch dialed in for Mid-Ohio. You're going to be so fast. This thing's going to rip. It's going to be a blast.
We'll see. I'm scared of it. There's that one in the S's, I think, where you come up on a left turn, you go up a hill. And
Yeah, you
get a
just-
quick right.
Yeah, you just don't go wide open throttle through that section.
Yeah, I
you just
know,
there's times to be on throttle and there's times not to be, and that's one of them.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
No, it's
I'm
not.
iRacing
So
every time.
in the opposite, most of the time in iRacing, I tend to notice that everything is like. All right, I'm trying to think of how to say this without sounding like an idiot, but like when you play Forza, iRacing, any of the video games, right? Like you can tell that there's elevation changes, but it's not like as drastic as it is in the real life. Like I remember the first time we went to Road Atlanta, like we looked at the hill and we were like, oh my God, that's a hill. Like video games just don't do it justice. And even the last hill at Lime Rock is the same way. Like the hill is, it's a decent sized hill when you're coming down. But I think the back section of Mid-Ohio, like in the video game, you could just go so much faster, I think, with the slicks, and you can just, you know, you're watt in these cars, they have traction control, blah, 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 all the fancy stuff. But in real life, like the back section of Mid-Ohio just doesn't quite feel as fast or as crazy as it feels in the video game. So I think it's one of the weird instances where real life and the video game are actually the opposite, if that makes any sense of what I'm trying to say. I kind of just sound like an idiot, but all right, well, that's enough of me rambling. We gotta finish up Mitch's car and get my car ready. And yeah, like we said, we're gonna be doing a public track day at Mid-Ohio. Nothing fancy. We're in the slow group, but we're just gonna go rip and have a blast. So should be awesome. So appreciate you guys staying tuned, and yeah, look forward to that video. And please like and subscribe, do all that fancy YouTube stuff that I'm supposed to tell you to do. And yeah, until next time, take care. Peace.